I don't expect you to believe me. Most people never did. But if you've ever felt like someone, or something, was guiding your steps when you thought you were alone, then maybe you'll understand. My name is Daniel. I'm 27 years old. My hair is nothing special, my build is strong, but my body is covered in scars that I can't explain. My skin is pale and dark, like I've been drained of something I'll never get back. And my eyes, they glow. Wide, suspicious, unblinking. Sometimes I see them in mirrors when the room is dark, faint lights staring back at me. Sometimes I think I was never meant to see what lives in shadows. This all began one night when I wandered into a place that should not have existed anymore. A convenience store that had been abandoned for years. Yet as I pushed the door open, the neon lights above me flickered on with a low hum. The aisles stretched far too long, impossibly long. Rows of products lined shelves that seemed to repeat endlessly, as if the store had no end. I told myself it was just my imagination, just the flickering lights playing tricks on me. But then I heard it. Whispers. Not words, but faint, rasping breaths that crawled between the aisles. And footsteps. Always a step behind me. Always just out of sync with mine. I should have left then. I should have turned back. But I didn't. I walked deeper. And I think that's exactly what it wanted. The aisles warped into hospital corridors. Pale tiles cracked under my boots, and the walls stretched unnaturally tall. The fluorescent lights above sputtered and glowed in sickly shades of green and yellow. I knew hospitals were meant to be places of healing, but here, everything smelled of rot and rusted metal. The shadows didn't follow rules anymore. They bent around corners, stretched across the ceiling, and moved when nothing else did. I saw them twitch, like muscle beneath skin. I swear I saw them grin. The further I walked, the stranger the world became. The hospital dissolved into a carnival. Rusted rides swayed without wind, their paint peeling under the glow of red and purple mist. A carousel spun slowly, its cracked horses moving as though alive, their glass eyes rolling toward me. Balloons floated past, their strings dragging along the ground like veins. I told myself I was dreaming, but dreams don't leave scars that burn. The carnival bled into a toy factory. Dolls with missing eyes hung from conveyor belts. Their mouths moved, clicking out my name in broken whispers. Daniel, Daniel. Their voices overlapped, layered, until it sounded like the entire factory was alive and waiting. My glowing eyes reflected in their shattered porcelain faces, and for the first time I felt like they weren't mocking me. They were welcoming me. From there, I stumbled into a forest. But this was no ordinary place. Mist clung to the ground, glowing neon red and sickly green, wrapping around trees that bent like broken ribs. The branches stretched overhead, clawing at the sky, and every so often I saw movement. Figures between the trees. They never stepped closer. They never spoke. They only watched. The forest twisted into a subway station. Flooded tracks glistened under broken lights. The tunnel stretched farther than it should have, dripping with water that echoed like footsteps. I stood at the edge of the platform, staring at the dark tunnel, when headlights appeared. A train. But it made no sound, no rumble, no air displacement. Just silent, glowing lights cutting through the black. And inside, silhouettes stood motionless, all of them facing me. I ran. But you can't outrun something that exists everywhere. I fell into a corridor of mirrors. The glass warped my reflection. My scars deeper, my muscles twisted, my glowing eyes burning brighter than fire. Each reflection whispered in sync, their mouths moving though mine did not. And then, one by one, my reflections stopped copying me. They smiled when I didn't. They leaned forward when I stayed still. Until finally, every version of me reached toward the glass. And I had to look away. By the time I found the cathedral, I was already broken. The roof was gone, and the night sky spilled through shattered stained glass. Moonlight painted the ruined stone walls in streaks of crimson and blue. Shards of glass littered the pews like teeth scattered across a jaw. I stood in the center, trembling, my wide glowing eyes searching every shadow. And that's when I heard it. The whispers. Not outside, not around me. Inside me, the shadows shifted, rising from the walls, crawling higher, taller, until they towered above me. For the first time, I understood. They hadn't been chasing me. They'd been guiding me here. To this place. To this moment. My scars burned white-hot, pulsing as though something beneath my skin was trying to escape. My body locked up. My glowing eyes flickered, dimming against the black. The shadows leaned in. I couldn't scream. I couldn't move. I could only watch as the darkness swallowed me whole. The last thing anyone would have seen were my eyes. Two pale, glowing lights fading into the dark. Now the cathedral is silent again. But they say if you walk near it at night, you'll see them. Faint, glowing eyes in the mist. Not candles. Not reflections. Eyes. Watching. Waiting. Suspicious. And if you follow them, you won't come back. Because sometimes, the shadows aren't chasing you. They're guiding you. And when you realize where they've been leading, it's already too late. The last thing they saw were my eyes. Two faint, glowing lights, fading into the dark. But I don't think it ended there. Because sometimes, when the night is quiet enough, I still hear the whispers, guiding me, pulling me somewhere else. And if I follow them again, you'll hear what happens next. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.